right, morning movement medicine. Kind of getting back on track here a little bit. My audio and visual critiquer said maybe I should keep my hat on, take some of the glare off of my face because we got some new lights here in the dojo and they are bright. So try to take some of the shine off my head. I'm going to do some movements this morning, just quickly, about 15 minutes. So I want to start implementing a few breaths before we get started. So let's do something similar to what we did the other day. We're going to use our hands though to kind of acclimate a visual to get our minds into what we're doing. So first thing we're going to do is we want to get rid of all the air, so we're going to push down, and then when we bring the air in, we're going to push up, okay? So let's start off and exhale. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Empty. Full. One more. All right. Feel a little buzz, you're getting high off of oxygen. So many of us don't breathe. We hold our breath. I know last 3 weeks I've been holding my breath, clenching my jaws, a lot of tension. That's why it's good to do these movements, to take time to get rid of some of that angst and just anxiety, the worry that we have. So the movement that we're going to do this morning is going to be a stepping movement that we're going to do. It's not going to be really hard, but you're going to have to focus and concentrate. So if you get your mind wandering, don't get onto yourself. Just bring it back in. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with just hands on the hips, and basically we're just going to step forward and drop down and in. All right? So we get here, we step forward, and we just drop down and in, making sure that we're keeping the leg soft when we land. Okay? Then when we come up, nice and smooth, and step back. These are not lunges. It requires strength, but we want to stretch. So let's do the other side. Step forward, drop down and in. Then back. All right, now we're going to go back to the left foot. We're going to step forward, drop down and in. I want you to point the back foot and lift the right arm. Now, try to fire the hip when you lift that right arm. Good. Put the arm back down on the waist. Drop, bring the back foot back up. Come up, step back. Let's do the other side. Step forward, drop down and in. Point the back foot, bring the left arm up. Fire that glute. Good. Drop the arm. Let's try to do everything not in a rush. Let's try to get a little bit of a flow movement with this. Okay, so we're going to go back to the left foot forward. Drop the knee. Point the toe. Bring the left arm up. Fire the glute and turn to the left. Kind of like you're reaching back and through. Come back, bring the foot back up. After you bring the hand to the waist, step back up, step back. Right foot forward. Drop down and in. I'm used to taking the full deep breaths on these movements, and I got to run my chops. Hands come up, fire the glute, turn to the right. Good. Back, foot comes up, step back. Good. All right, last movement with the lunge. Step forward, left foot, drop the knee, point the toe, lift, turn, and now bend. Let's take 3 breaths here. I'm feeling it in this hamstring, amazingly enough. Good. Turn back. Remember, nice gentle movements. Hands on the hips. Bring the foot back up. Step back up and step back. Let's go to the right foot now. Step forward. Drop down. Point. Lift the hand. Turn. Bend. And let's get 3 breaths. Good. Come back, drop the hand, pick the foot up, step back. Good. So that gets us a nice warm up here for us to maybe do some flow stepping movements. So we're going to go now to a side lunge. So let's step to the right side if you have your mat or wherever you are. Let's go. The right foot's going to be the lead foot. So first off, we're just going to pick the foot to the knee, step out, drop down and in, step back. Good. Up, drop down and in, arm up, back down to the hip, step back. One more. Drop down and in, lift up the arm, turn and look. 3 breaths here. Good. Come back. And we're going to move to the left side of our mat. It's hard not to get in a rush, man. I'm telling you. Everything's been go, 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 right? Go, 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 stop, stop, stop. All right. In a hurry to get nowhere. All right, I think I've calmed it down now. All right, foot, step, drop down and in. Good. Back. Foot, step, drop down and in, hand up. Foot, step, drop down and in, hand up, look back, 3 breaths. And step back. Good. Okay, feeling pretty good. Still breathing, trying not to get into a rush. Okay, let's walk to the eastern side of our mat. Okay, facing the east or whatever direction you have. And we want to go first here, and then we're going to get hands on the hips now. All right, sweep up and through, sweep down, bend at the waist. Good. Come back up, sweep up and through, sweep down, bend at the waist. Remember, exhale, try to exhale as you come down. Sweep up and through, come down, bend at the waist. Good. Now we're going to go same thing. We're going to do what yogis call a forward fold. They call it that It's not what it looks like when I do it, but I'm gonna do my best, okay? I'm gonna do 3 of them. Here we go. Breathe in. Sweep down. Good. Breathe in. Sweep down. Good. One more. I'm looking up on this one because I'm starting to warm up a little bit. And down. All right, still good? Feet are a little bit wider now. Now, on any of these movements, if you start to feel dizzy, something like that, sit back. Don't rush. If you're feeling dizzy, that's the blood flow and you taking in the oxygen. Sometimes you can get souped up off that, so sit down if you need to. All right, we're gonna go down. We're gonna stay down for a 10 count, which is usually 3 good breaths. And I'm gonna hug my hips, all right? Hug my thighs. Again, I'm not real limber through this department. I just do the best I can. So let's go to a sweep. Look up, come down. I bend the legs because I can't keep my legs straight. Wrap my arms around, and then 3 good breaths. And then back up. I don't know how many breaths that was. I lost myself for a minute, which is basically the whole point, right? All right. So we're going to do some step backs and some poses, warrior type poses. And I'm not going to call them anything specific, not copying anybody, not stealing from anything. These have been around for thousands of years. And I just adapt them a little bit to our specific needs as you need to. Your body gives you something different every day. So I've been here for hours. I'm in a process of discovery about what my body is going to give me today. All right, so let's start here. Lift the left foot up, step back, let the back foot turn at about a 45-degree angle. If this is 90, about a 45-degree angle, turn the hips forward, okay? Don't let them open like this. Turn the hips forward and then turn the body. Try to get the arms straight. All right, let's hold that. Look over the front hand, look back, check the back hand, and then let's get 3 breaths. Now let's practice something. Let's turn the back hand up, bring it up and over, and step back like that. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it on the other side. So I'm going to bring my right foot up. I'm going to step back at a 45-degree angle. I'm going to turn my hips. I'm going to do that sweep thing. Turn my arm, try to get them straight. Look over the front. Look over the back, straighten that back arm up. 1, 2, bring that back hand and bring it back forward. Now, the warriors for me are tough because I have tightness through my hips and I have tightness through my chest. But my teacher, who is trying to get me to understand how important that rotation is through the thoracic and through the hips. So the couple things that I have to really look for is to make sure that when I step forward, that I'm not opening that hip up, making sure I'm keeping that hip turned. And when I do my warriors, that this arm back here isn't up here. So there's tension there, and also you got to be careful because it'll pull on those traps. Okay, so those are good practice movements. Trying to breathe. We're really going to focus on our breathing. So, been holding our breath too much. So let's take the hands now. I want you to grab the left, or take the left and grab the right, pull, and then turn the head to the left shoulder as you're pulling down and through. So really get into this. All right, take the right hand now, grab the left. Really get in. Remember, like somebody's pulling. We're not only taking our head to the side, it's like somebody's pulling our ear up. There. Good. Oh. Open that chest, the sternum. Oh. Okay, now if you can, grab both hands like this, or some of you might be mobile enough to grab the hands like that. All right? Not mentioning any names, but she knows who she is. All right. Close the chest down, open the chest up. Close the chest down, open the chest up. All right. So we're going to finish up with a Goliath on each side. Hands interwoven, okay? Holding to the front, get to the back, stepping towards the east, heads tall, step forward, drop the knee, push out and away, bring up. 3 breaths here. Good. Bring it down, turn it in, step back up. Make sure you've got your balance. Remember, don't get the feet together. We're not that good. Keep the feet a little bit wide. Keep stabilized, okay? Let's step forward, drop down and in, push forward, up and over, 3 breaths. Back down, come back up. So a couple things here. I want you to practice today breathing from here, not breathing up from here, okay? We don't belly breathe because we want everybody to think we're all thin and six-packy. I don't care. Who cares? Okay? I don't care what people think about my midsection. Breathing, I want to load from the stomach, then into the chest. A lot of practice, you go down and lay a weight or books on your stomach, lift them up, bring them back down. It's a good way to fill the diaphragm. All right, let's get some breaths. Ready? All right. When I was in the ministry, my homiletics teacher told me to preach to the back row, even if no one was sitting in it. That way everybody in front of them would get everything I was saying. In theater, you play to the back row. That's why in theater, their gestures are so dramatic, because they're playing to the back row. So as we do these, you're going to see I'm going to start introducing more and more dramatic movements. Not because we're playing to anybody, but because our body responds to over movement. I very seldomly have to do this and reach back and get something. But I'm going to bring my arm through that range so I can maintain my ability to go to the back row. So have that understanding that as we go through these movements, do a dramatic flare as if I've got you at the Lakeland Civic Center and you are my model for some movement. And you imagine that, and there's 1,000 people there, and the person in the back has to see what you're doing. So kind of keep that in mind. Hope you're having a great day. I really enjoy doing these Triple M's, and again, hopefully we'll get into some live classes soon. Stay safe, stay well.